Happy Thursday, Rutgers. I'm Cassandra Sheese.
And I'm Jake Ostroff. We've got a fantastic show lined up for you. It is May 2nd, 2019.
Weather watcher Kyle Ryman will give you the regional and big picture forecast for the day.
Join our very own Adia Dowdy at this year's Denim Day fashion show.
Daphna's Show Chat will stop by to talk about the Israeli-American club.
We've got tons to get to. Let's
Wake up, Rutgers! Hello and welcome, Rutgers. It's great to be here on this wonderful Thursday morning.
And as always, we're here to wake you up every Thursday morning this semester with all the exciting news, events, and weather. And you know what, Cass? I've been saying that we've been doing it every Thursday this semester, but here we are last week.
I know. It feels like time's flown by. I can't believe we've really done it for the whole entire year. I remember at the end of last semester, we were like, who knows if we're going to come back? And here we did it for a whole nother semester. And it's been crazy because there's those moments of panic sometimes right before the show, but it's all fun.
Well, that's just the beauty of live TV, and you got a student-run production, everyone behind the scenes. It's all students. It's all college students like you and I, and look, it's been a blast, and who knows, from here, we're only going to go up, right?
Right, correct. And I mean, now that we're tying this show together, that means we're headed into summer, which is such a fun time because we don't have school, so we get that little break. But I know personally, I'll be taking some summer classes just to kind of catch up on credits and also stay ahead. But I'll also be working at my internship all summer, so I'll be working full-time, which I know is going to be a lot. I'm not used to the 5 days a week, but it will kind of be the reality of once you get out of college, what it's going to be like. But what about you, Jake? Do you have any summer plans?
And my summer plans are wide open at the moment, still applying around. You know how competitive it can be, especially in New York in the summer. But look, I have some prospects, and it's still early, right? We're in the early going of May. Got another month before internships actually start up, so who knows? Maybe we'll have something by that time.
Do you have any exciting summer plans, maybe like a vacation lined up? I mean, I know people sometimes plan way in advance, so I know my family, I don't know if myself and my brothers are going to be able to go, but they're planning a cruise around Alaska, which is pretty interesting, but that's not till August, so I know that's a big plan that's been lined up. Do you have anything like that?
I'm sure that I'll be doing something. Yeah. I always go on a vacation every year. Maybe I'll take a trip, just a weekend off every now and then. I think it's important, especially now that we're getting towards the end of college. We go see some things that we might not be able to see because, like you said, you're looking forward to life after college. That's life after college, working every day. You got to take advantage of that freedom that you have. So maybe I'll do a couple other trips and that cruise sounds awesome.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's always nice to get out and travel because, like you said, once we're out of college, that's when you actually start working and you're put into the real world and you don't have that freedom to just go wherever you want, whenever you want. So this is really the time to soak it in and travel the world and kind of see it all. I mean, I don't even have a passport, so I can't give advice on seeing the world because I haven't been too far from our country, but it is really the time to go out and explore.
But for people that are still in school, we still have a week left of classes, and this is the last day of classes for me because Fridays and Mondays I don't have class. That's fortunate, but we got finals right around the corner. You said it. We got a couple reading days. It's a very stressful time. So what's your biggest final study tip?
Ooh, my biggest final study tip would actually be to get off campus to study. As you know, the libraries get really packed this time of year. The academic building gets packed. Where you typically go to study, you spend 15 minutes looking for a table at the end of it. I actually went to the mall the other day, sat in their Starbucks, and studied for 4 hours. Didn't even realize I was there for that long. Got the most work done I've ever done because I was off campus, not surrounded by people I knew. So usually when you're in the library and people are walking by, you have a tendency to look up and see who it is, whether you know them or not. But to get off campus, not be surrounded by people you know you're going to have a seat somewhere, it's really good to kind of get away and get your work done. But what about you? Any advice?
Well, I would say the biggest thing is to sleep. Now, it seems kind of productive, but science actually shows that you retain knowledge when you sleep.
Yeah.
Students love to, go get the Red Bull, go get the Monster, the energy drinks, the coffee,
Oh.
try to stay up all night, and it's just not going to work because if you're tired, you're just not going to remember what you're reading. Things aren't going to make sense to you. You have to sleep. You got to keep your body healthy because if you get a good rest the day before a test, you can get up to a little prep right before, and you'll be refreshed and good to go for test time. That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, I've heard of people pulling all-nighters. I've personally never pulled one just because I know I can't function without sleep. That's just always how I've been, and I think, like you said, it's very important. But hopefully no one's sleeping during this show. Everyone's wide awake watching us.
And we have so much more to get to, so you have to get ready for that. But before we get to the rest of the show, let's see how much you know.
Do you know who is speaking at this year's commencement? We'll find out the answer right after this.
Being a Rutgers student isn't always as sweet as it seems. If you're not prepared, you might find yourself needing some help.
I need help. I can't find my term bill.
Luckily, help is here. Getting to and paying your term bill is as easy as tying your shoelaces.
To get to your term bill, just go to studentabc.rutgers.edu and press the button that says Pay Your Bill. From there, you can log in with your NetID or RUID. The site will direct you to your account summary where you can find your term bill for any semester.
Okay, but how do I pay my term bill?
Great question.
For payment options, just refer to the right-hand side column on your account summary page. It's that easy.
Wow, that was really helpful.
All in a day's work.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Before the break, we asked, who is this year's commencement speaker? Now it's time to find out the answer.
Well, Cass, it's actually commencement speakers because Devin and Jason McCourty will both be speaking at this year's commencement. The twins played for our football team right here at Rutgers in the later years of the last decade, and now they play together in the NFL. On the New England Patriots, they've had so much success on the field. They've won a couple Super Bowls. Well, Devin's won multiple. Jason just won his first last year. But not only that, they've done so much work in the humanitarian field with the McCourty twins tackle sickle cell, their charity that they do. And Devin McCourty's been a nominee for the Walter Payton Man of the Year, which is given to the best humanitarian in the NFL, and these guys are epitomizing Rutgers' success.
No, I agree. To be honest, I didn't cheer for the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Oh, me neither. You can't root for them, but Rutgers.
I do root for Rutgers, exactly. And having both the McCourtney twins together is kind of amazing. I don't know when you usually see two speakers at your commencement, so it's not just one, it's both of them, because they do this together. So they've done so much for their philanthropy to fight sickle cell, and that is an amazing charity within itself, and they get really involved with Dance Marathon too, just because it kind of falls along similar lines. So they met all the staff of the leaders who ran Dance Marathon this year and signed footballs for them. And it's just really nice how much they give back to the community, that now they're giving back to the Rutgers community and coming back, hitting their home turf, and they're delivering what's going to be an amazing speech. I already know.
Literally, their home turf. They're
Yeah.
coming back to speak at the football stadium. HighPoint.com used to be Rutgers Stadium back when they played. That was the Rutgers team that I fell in love with, and I'm kind of bummed that I'm not going to be able to go to this year's commencement because I grew up watching the McCourtys play and admiring them and following them through the NFL. But I guess that's something I'll have to look forward to for next year. But have you ever been to a commencement here at Rutgers?
I have not, just because usually when I've lived in the dorms the past 2 years, and then when the dorms kick you out, I'm all the way from Pennsylvania, so I take all my stuff home, so it's kind of hard for me to come back and find a place to stay. This year, though, now that I have an off-campus house, I plan on sticking around, so some of my best friends are graduating, so I'll be able to see them and watch the speech, which will be my first Rutgers commencement I've been to.
It's a great time. I went a couple of years ago. My mom received her doctorate in education back in 2016. That was the year that President Obama came, and that was airport security. We were there 3 hours early. It was a crazy day. The stadium was packed, but it was a great time. We really enjoyed it, and of course, we got to celebrate my mom and all of her accomplishments for working really hard. But the biggest thing that day was that it was actually a very nice day. You know, they've had commencements. I remember our freshman year, it rained on commencement day. Sitting out at the stadium, that's no fun.
Right.
But it has to be a sunny day. It has to be a warm day. When you get that mid-May weather, everything just feels
And you
right.
know, the only way we're gonna know if it's gonna be sunny or not is to head over to the weather. So now to Kyle with your weather.
Good morning, Rutgers Weather Watcher Kyle Ryman here to bring you the thunder to open up your Thursday evening, much like your cup of coffee in the morning. As usual, we have some weather to talk about, so let's hop right into it. Take a look at things outside right now. 56 degrees with a dew point of 49 degrees. Right now it's raining outside, so hopefully you have those umbrellas handy, Rutgers. We have almost 0.05 inches of rain so far from the last 24 hours, but we do expect more later on in the day. Pressure is at 1020 millibars. It is climbing a little bit right now, but that is expected to drop and bring unfavorable weather later on in the day. For your headlines for this morning going into the rest of the week, keep those umbrellas handy for today, Rutgers, because there is going to be a lot of rain today. We're going to be definitely seeing some rain in the evening hours with some possible thunderstorms for tonight going into tomorrow, and it is going to be a rainy weekend ahead, so hopefully you have your umbrellas handy for the weekend. Now looking at the futurecast right now, we have some rain in the area right now, and that's going to continue until the evening hours for tonight, and you can expect that rain to clear out a little bit during the afternoon hours of Friday, but unfortunately we do have another rainmaker beginning to make its way in Friday evening, and we could see some potential thunderstorms with these lines of rain. For your local forecast for today, 71 degrees with winds blowing out of the east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles an hour. We're going to be seeing rain continuing on throughout the day with some thunderstorms developing later on in the day. And now going into the evening, 52 degrees with an east wind of 5 to 10 miles an hour. You're going to see some later thunderstorms in the evening, and that is going to transition to rain overnight. I'm Weather Watcher Kyle Ryman. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Hey, do you want to go get lunch?
Sure, can you swipe me in though?
I guess, but you don't have any more meal swipes?
No, unfortunately I ran out.
Well, what are you going to do for food?
Right now I'm buying, but once my cash starts going down, I gotta look for other solutions.
Oh well, I have the perfect solution. Rutgers has a food pantry here on campus.
The Rutgers Food Pantry falls under the Off-Campus Living and Community Partnerships Office and is located at 39 Union Street on the College Avenue campus and is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. When you walk into the office, just tell the receptionist at the front that you are there to utilize the pantry. They will then assist you in figuring out what to take and how much to take based on your personalized needs. For more information, visit www.foodpantry.rutgers.edu.
You can go to their Facebook page and like it for food pantry updates, or you can go to their website at foodpantry.rutgers.edu.
That's awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Even though the year's wrapping up, there are still so many exciting news stories as well as events happening, so let's hop right in. Rutgers senior Lauren Rogers once dreamed of becoming a fiction writer, but when she read an article in high school that discussed the ocean's role in absorbing carbon dioxide, the major greenhouse gas linked to global warming, it changed everything. Rogers is now conducting climate change-related research as she completes her undergraduate degree in chemical oceanography. She is a George H. Cook Scholar in the School of Environmental and Biological Sciences, and her honors thesis involves analyzing sea surface temperatures in the Southern Ocean near Tasmania. This year, she earned the Outstanding Senior Award in the Department of Marine and Coastal Sciences with some faculty guidance. Rogers has also been analyzing sediment samples from the Southern Ocean in Nathalie Godkin's lab and American's Museum of Natural History in New York City. Rogers, who loves reading, soccer, and trying different foods, plans to take a break after graduation and find some lab work to gain more experience. After that, she wants to earn a master's degree and a doctorate. With dedication to her science, her excellence is one with promising future. Well, Jake, I think Lauren is an example of a student who does above and beyond. I mean, it is amazing that she's doing this research and is planning to get her master's or doctorate. I mean, those aren't two easy degrees that people just can pull out of nowhere.
What do you mean?
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
yeah. I
nothing.
wish I could study all this oceanography and things like that. I mean, that's not my field, but definitely something impressive and something that people should stay more up to date on. I mean, she's in the School of Environmental and Biological Sciences, so she's pursued her passion, and I think it's just amazing to see a senior who really knows what they want to do, and we're wrapping up the year, but they are too, and they're headed into their future, so it's great that she's on track and knows exactly what she wants.
Well, we've seen such an emphasis from Rutgers in focusing on research and specifically through SEBS, and that's exactly where Lauren's coming from. But she's not the only one on the Rutgers campuses that's working with changing the environment. Pamela McElwee, an associate professor in the School of Environmental and Biological Sciences, has been named the 2019 Andrew Carnegie Fellow for her work in the environmental history in the Vietnam War, specifically how nature shaped military strategy. She is one of 32 scientists that will receive the $200,000 grant for her research. McElwee has already conducted fieldwork in Vietnam for over 20 years, studying how the country has dealt with environmental policy problems. As a Carnegie Fellow, she will look at the challenges of restoring the environment post-war. McElwee's project will culminate in a book and online archive, which can be accessed by the public by 2023. And Cass, we said it before with Lauren, just people at Rutgers here working to change the environment. It's kind of fitting that McElwee's book and archive and online journal is all going to be ready in 2023. That's actually the 50-year anniversary of the U.S. pulling out of Vietnam and finally ending the Vietnam War. But it's right that she's still looking at how, we're 50 years after the war, and the environment is still affected.
I know. It's crazy to see the impact that wars have on our country, but it's also maybe her and Lauren could collaborate on something. I mean, you never know where people can go, and maybe she's learned from her in the past, but it's also great to see such a mentor, of probably someone like Lauren, to be able to explore other things. So it's always great to have those people. But what's even greater is all these events that we have just because the year is wrapping up, so we need to end it with a bang. Rutgers Student Affairs is bringing back 90s vibes with Late Night on May 3rd. This 90s night event will be held at the College Avenue Student Center from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Trivia starts at 10 p.m. with a $200 cash prize. Raffles will take place at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., and midnight, so don't miss out. Come listen to the 90s music, try out the giant inflatable twister, retro phone booth, video games, wax hands, and much, much more. Late Night will occur every Friday night next year on a different campus. Well, Jake, a $200 cash prize sounds pretty good to me to end off the year. I mean, that is takeaway money that I can leave with, but this sounds like such a fun event that I'm so excited that they're implementing it for every year next year. I mean, for every Friday next year, but we've never seen something like this done before, and it seems like a way to leave the studying behind, take your mind off of it, have some fun, and possibly win some money and prizes.
Well, you hit the nail on the head with that, right? They're going to be going into next year doing the same event. I'm liking that we're seeing a little bit of a preview because I think it's a great idea. We're all 90s babies, and we were born in the later years. We might not remember the 90s, but we were still around for some of it. But going back, getting that retro vibe could be a good time, but it's also good that Rutgers is putting together so many events at the end of the year to promote something that's going to be at the end of the next year and hope that everyone ends their year on a sweet note. End your semester on a sweet note with free ice cream courtesy of Rupa. They will be sending out ice cream trucks to all 5 campuses this Monday, May 6th, and Tuesday, May 7th. To see where the trucks will be on your campus, check out Rupa's Facebook and Twitter pages for updates. And Cass, obviously free ice cream. That's a must go.
Oh my gosh, I am the biggest ice cream fanatic if you've ever met me.
What's your favorite flavor?
Oh, chocolate chip cookie dough, I'd have to say.
Same.
Oh my God. I love ice cream. I literally could eat ice cream every single day. It's pretty bad. My mom would be embarrassed that I'm saying that because she knows it's true. It's kind of my addiction. So free ice cream, I'll be on every campus at every truck getting all that free ice cream.
If it's free.
Oh, exactly.
Yes.
But an event that was also great that kind of sums up something that's amazing is people standing up for themselves and putting themselves out there and showing their confidence, which happened at this year's Denim Day. And it's a big fashion show to support the end of sexual violence and assault, which is something amazing that people get up there and they're confident enough to speak up and walk, and there was speakers, and it's just an amazing event. So we will now head over with Adia Doughty to check out Denim Day.
If you see someone wearing jeans, they may be doing something more than just staying casual. Today, our peers will be dressed in denim in a fashion show to support the nationwide campaign of Denim Day. I'm Adia Doughty, and we're here in the College Avenue Student Center Multi-Purpose Room. Thanks to Rutgers Know More and Scream Theater, we are able to help raise awareness to end sexual violence on campus. Let's go check it out. What is the significance of wearing denim today?
We wear denim today because Denim Day was a historical movement that started in Italy. That was a response to a Supreme Court case where a victim was overturned because she was assumed to have given consent because of her tight jeans, when in reality, it doesn't matter what the victim wears. Consent is always important.
Why did you choose to model for today's event?
So
So I chose to model because I wanted to support the cause of this event. I also wanted to empower other survivors out there because I am a survivor, and I just wanted to let them know that healing is possible and one day they'll be okay enough to walk on the runway.
So what brought you out to this event?
Well, today I really wanted to learn more just about the kind of resources that Rutgers offers people. I sadly did have a friend who was taken advantage of at a party, and I want to know how I can help people like that.
Why do you think events like this are important to have at Rutgers?
I think events like these are important to have here at Rutgers just because not a lot of students know about how important it is to be aware of sexual violence occurring, not just here on campus, but like everywhere in the world.
What is something you learned about tonight's event?
Just how many people are affected by sexual assault. I didn't know how large the number was, and it really just came as a surprise to me, like just how prevalent it is on college campuses, and it really stuck with me, I think.
Would you come out to this type of event again?
I definitely think I would come out to this event. First of all, I think the event just has like a really awesome positive vibe. You're walking in and it's almost like a dance party. You're just having a good time. And besides that, it's for a great cause.
Living on a big campus like New Brunswick can be scary. Both resources and events like this one, it's always easy to stay aware. Until next time, keep painting the town scarlet. I'm Adi Doughty, RUTV.
Well, that obviously was a great event, and Cass, it's so good that people feel empowered to be able to stand up for themselves because we know how many people that it affects, but it's great that Rutgers organizes these events so that people can feel empowered to stand up and relate to one another. It's always empowering to hear someone else's stories because if you can relate to someone, it just makes your bond that much stronger.
And the outfits were great too. We can't go aside from that. I mean, it is a fashion show at the end of the day. So to see them walk down so happy, so confident, and strutting their stuff, it's great to see students in their element, and it's amazing.
We've got so much more to get to, including an interview with Dapna Shakit coming up after this.
The Rutgers libraries have some of the biggest resources this university has to offer. There are 9 libraries located throughout all campuses with convenient hours to fit any student schedule.
The Alexander Library on College Ave campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Art Library, located on College Ave behind Scott Hall, is open from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Carr Library on Livingston campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Chang Library on the Douglas campus is open from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Mabel Smith Douglas Library on the Douglas campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Library of Science and Medicine on Bush campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Math and Physics Library inside of the Hill Center on Bush campus is open from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m.
There's plenty of space for everyone at the library, so come inside.
Shh. Welcome back, Rutgers. Here with me is Dapna Shakit, a member of the Rutgers Israeli American Club. Thanks for joining me today.
Of course.
So first things first, just so that people are more familiar, what is the Israeli American Club?
So it's the IAC Michelanu Club. It's the Israeli American Club. It brings together Israelis here at Rutgers that also happen to be American, or they could just be pure Israelis. It really gives us an opportunity to hang out and speak Hebrew and eat Israeli food and talk about different Jewish and Israeli topics.
So it seems like you have a lot going on. Kind of talk about what kind of events that you guys have throughout the semester.
So we usually have events every other week, so it's bi-weekly or bi-monthly. So different events are run by the president, vice president. They organize different things to teach you more about Israel, to teach you more about the holidays, depending on what holidays are happening at that time. And always there's Israeli food, whatever is themed for that month.
So when you talk about when you have your meetings, where are you guys meeting, and how can new members get involved?
So we meet in the Hillel House on College Ave on the second floor usually. And it's super easy to get involved. You just message the IAC Michelanu Rutgers Facebook page.
That seems super easy, and if you're interested, you should definitely check that out. So for you, just to kind of talk to some of the new members, what's your favorite part about being part of the club?
So I originally came to America from Israel when I was 7, and I didn't have a big group of friends that was Israeli or was Hebrew speaking, so it was a great opportunity to connect back to those Israeli roots, back to those Hebrew speakers, and have some friends in that field.
For sure, and you mentioned the Facebook page before, but for any students that want to get to know any more information, is there any other way that they can come find out about you?
Just Google Rutgers Michelanu Club and you'll just find all the information on there. We have a GroupMe. As soon as you message the Facebook, they'll probably just add you straight to the GroupMe and you can come to any events.
Great. Well, thank you, Daphna, for coming and talking to us today about the Rutgers Israeli American Club. Seems like a can't miss club.
Definitely. Come join.
Back after this.
That was my bus. I just missed it.
Aren't you going to run and get it?
No, it's like the third bus I've run for this week, and I'm tired of running.
Why don't you check the schedule before you leave?
How do I do that?
Wait, don't tell me you don't have the Rutgers app.
What app?
Ooh, child. Let's go inside so I can show you.
So tell me again, what's the Rutgers app?
So, the Rutgers app has all the information you need to know about Rutgers. You can check the bus routes and you can see what buses are coming at specific stops.
That's so amazing. Where can I download it?
So you can download it at the Apple Store if you have an iPhone and at the Google Play Store if you have an Android.
Wow, that's so convenient. What else can I do with the app?
A ton of things. You can check the news at Rutgers, sports updates, and even the dining hall menus.
Wow, I didn't know you can check the dining hall menu. Oh my god, Livingston has fried Oreos today. We need to check it out.
Yes, of course. But let's check the bus schedule first.
Okay, so it was such a great interview having Daphna sit here and tell us a little bit about the Israeli American Club, because there's so much that people don't know, and it's great that Rutgers has a club right here that informs people.
I was just about to say, there's so many clubs on this Rutgers campus that you kind of forget about some of them, because you think of the involvement fair, how they line all of College Avenue. It's huge, so you don't really recognize all the clubs that are there. I did not even know this was a big club, so it's amazing that I got to learn something from your interview that other people can learn about too. Something else people can walk away with knowledge on is this week's upcoming weather. Over to Kyle with the weather.
Hey Rutgers Weather Watcher, Kyle Ryman back with your regional forecast for today going into tonight. As you take a look across the region for today, a lot of rain and cloud cover for the region. You can see temperatures around the 60s and 70s, peaking into some places in Lancaster and DC, for instance, into the 80s. So it is going to be very warm for today, but very rainy as well. Now looking at tonight, things are going to cool down significantly. Temperatures going into the upper 40s, going into the 50s for the region. Most of the region is still going to see some cloud cover throughout the night, and definitely some rain showers are going to be present and some thunderstorms out in eastern Pennsylvania as well. Now as I step aside for your 7-day forecast, you can see those thunderstorms are going to linger in the New Brunswick area for today, going into the rest of the week. Thursday and Friday, PM thunderstorms with temperatures in the 70s for the most part. And going into the weekend, you can see showers are going to linger around for the majority of the weekend. Temperatures fluctuating between 71 and 67 for your highs. And going into Monday and Tuesday to start off the week, sunny conditions with a high of 72 on Monday, and Tuesday mostly cloudy with a high of 74 degrees. So it is going to get a little bit warmer throughout the week. And unfortunately, we're going to have another rainmaker begin to make its way through on Wednesday, cooling things off to 68 degrees. That's all I have for you here, Rutgers. You can tune into RUTV channel 23.1 every 15 minutes. Be sure to go leave a like at our Facebook page at facebook.com/RU Weather Watcher. Go to our Twitter page as well at RUTVWW, or use the hashtag RUWeather, and go to our YouTube channel as well at RUTV Weather Watcher and subscribe for our latest forecasts. I'm Weather Watcher Kyle Ryman. Have a great year, Rutgers.
Well, Jake, it's kind of crazy. I know this is our last show, but to think that we're going into now our senior year. I mean, I don't know about you, but it feels like time flies. It does not feel like I should be a senior. It feels like I was just a freshman. So I'm like really thrown off that now I'm going to be going into the year that ends my college career.
Well, it feels like just yesterday that we were sitting in Michael Anderson's FIGS class,
Oh my
and
gosh.
generation class in the media,
Yeah.
and TV reporting, broadcasting. We've been there through the line, and I'm sure that as journalism students, we will not, we won't go through many classes without
Right.
each other through our senior year. But just like that, 3 years in the books. Looking forward to the last one though, because it has to be the best one, right?
Oh, of course. And what's crazy is you pointed out, we have had a class together every single year. So we've known each other since freshman year, and now we sit together junior year. And like you said, senior year with journalism, it's not that big of a major with people, so you kind of see familiar faces. So I'm sure we'll see each other again. But it's crazy to end our time here at this year's Wake Up Rutgers, and to go into our senior year. We'll be graduating so soon, because I know the time's flying. So that's just crazy to think about. But That will do it for today's episode.
For more events happening this week, you can go to getinvolved.rutgers.edu or ruevents.rutgers.edu.
Follow us on social media by searching RU Network, and follow us on Twitter by searching @WakeUpRutgers. We love to hear from you.
Thanks again for tuning in, and to Daphne for joining us. I'm Jake Ostro.
And I'm Cassandra Sheese. Enjoy your summer. We'll see you next semester.